Hey second grade, we just finished up our Hispanic Heritage Month assignment and I really liked receiving your cityscapes that you sent me. So if you didn't already send it to me, just a reminder to do that. Okay, so today we're talking about fall. We're talking about warm colors, especially in the leaves that we see that change colors. Now here in Vegas, we don't see a lot of trees changing colors, but we can see artist depictions of them, we can see photographs of that, we can go up to Mount Charleston and see that. Okay, I found this picture that I had in my collection of postcards and I thought this is a good example of fall colors. This is by Eric K. Wallace, and if you look closely, he uses reds, oranges, and yellows to depict that the trees are changing colors for fall. And then my favorite artist, Georgia O'Keeffe, she also painted this tree in a yellow color, which reminds me of fall. So again, you can see that artists like to depict the colors of fall in their paintings as well. So today we're going to make our own landscape. We're going to think about color and shape. So trees aren't just all one shape, so we're going to kind of simplify the shapes this week. We're going to think about circles, ovals, triangles, and kind of have some fun with those shapes. And using our warm colors, we will color the trees, and then our background will make a cool color so that our trees will stand out. Okay, so for this assignment, you will need markers, crayons or colored pencils again, and a piece of copy paper or drawing paper, something nice and sturdy to draw on. Go ahead and get your materials. Oh, and don't forget a pencil. Let's get started. All right, second grade, so we're looking at our autumn landscape. We're going to use this as a starting point. Again, you can change yours a little bit. I definitely want you to do some of the things that I'm asking you to do, but I do want them to look all a little bit different when they're done. So what you're going to do, you're going to take your paper, take your pencil. Let's go ahead and draw just the ground first. So I'm going to go ahead and just draw a nice curvy line across and slope it down. Maybe do another one behind it, and maybe do like a little hill behind that, just so I have just maybe some layers of land. Then I'm going to take and add my trees. Now I'm not going to do them real detailed, I'm just going to plan out where I want them to be. So maybe I want one right here. I'm just going to draw a line, I'm not going to put any other details. And maybe I want one here and one here. And then the ones that are closer to us are going to be lower on the page, and as they get farther, they're also going to get smaller. So we're talking about space on the page too. So I'm going to put some smaller ones back here, maybe one that's a little bit closer right there. So now once I've got my trees planned out, I've got my ground planned out, I'm going to go ahead and grab a marker or a colored pencil or a crayon, something darker than the pencil. We're going to trace over it. I would use black or brown. My black's kind of dying, so I'm going to stick with brown today. And I'm first going to just trace over those lines that I've already drawn. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and thicken up those tree lines. Okay, so that tree's closer to me, so it's going to look thicker than one that's farther away. The one that's farther away is going to be thinner. Okay. Okay, and this one thicker because it's closer. So the bigger lines are going to be closer to us. Okay, once I've got the lines darkened, it doesn't quite look like a tree yet, so I can add some details to it. And just remember, if I'm going too fast, you can rewind the video or pause it, whatever you need to do. So I'm going to just do a couple branches off the top, make it look like a tree, maybe one off the side, right? Nothing fancy. And then you can put maybe some at the bottom, like the roots. So just keep it simple, add some little branches off. Not going to get super detailed, we're just going to keep it Pretty simple this time. Okay, and maybe one more over here. Okay, so just take your time. It may take you a minute, but you're gonna put some branches off on all of them. Okay, now once you're done with that, we're gonna put that marker away, and we're gonna use a pencil again. So we're gonna plan now. So we have our trees, we've got our ground all planned out. We're gonna now plan out what shapes the trees are gonna be, because we're thinking about shapes and colors for this assignment. Those are the two elements that we've chosen. We have circles, triangles, ovals to choose from. And you notice I kind of rounded the triangles just to kind of give it a different feel. So we're gonna choose what we want here. I'm gonna go ahead and choose, just lightly draw kind of like a triangle shape for that one. And maybe there's two of the same trees next to each other. And then, make it darken that up a little bit. And then maybe right here is an oval tree. Okay. And then right here I'm gonna do a big circle tree. And it's okay if they overlap or touch each other. So oval, triangle, triangle, oh, sorry, circle, triangle, triangle, oval. Maybe another oval. And another sort of circle one, okay? So the last thing we're gonna do today is just start coloring our trees. If we can get our trees colored today, I think we'll be good. I think it's gonna be too much for us to color all of it today. I'm afraid we're gonna get sloppy if we try to do all of it in one day. So we're gonna choose our warm colors. And with my crayons, I have like a yellow orange, I have an orange, I have a yellow. I also have a red. And I thought I had like a red orange. Yeah, there it is. So these would be my warm colors. But since we're talking about fall leaves, I could also bring in some browns as well. So I can use all of these colors, they're nice fall colors to color my trees with. I would choose one color for each tree. So let's make this one over here red. So I'm gonna go ahead and, if you wanna try to curve your lines like this, it's kind of a fun thing to do. It's a good exercise for your hands. Try to get your crayon curving those lines. If it's really hard for you, you can always just go back and forth and lightly color it in. That's okay. But you're gonna color this in. Okay, and as I get closer to the middle, what I like to do with crayons, I like to blend the colors. I think you're kind of boring when we just choose one. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some of this red orange to it. It looks awfully like the red, so I may not stick with that one very much. And then I'm gonna get that orange and just make the yellow, the orange in the middle. And I can go back in and fill in some of those white spots with my orange, just to make it fun. So, since I'm giving you the rest of the class just to color only the shapes on the trees, you can take your time and you can try mixing the colors like I did, okay? Because you're not gonna be in a rush now. As soon as you finish coloring and you feel like you've done the best you can, and remember, we're only coloring the trees today, not the ground, not the sky. Please don't go ahead, because sometimes when we do that, we make decisions and we may not know what to do next, and our picture may not turn out as well. So just don't go too fast, take your time. Okay, so these two look really similar to me. If that happens to you, just go back in and maybe trace around one of them with a different color. So I'm gonna add some brown around the edges here, just to kind of make it look a little bit different. Maybe come in and darken this up a little bit on the inside. Okay, so you guys finish up your trees, have fun mixing the colors. Remember, we're only using warm colors on the trees. Next week we will do the sky and the ground. So if you got everything looking like this, you're done for the day. Please come back to the Google Meet, show me your picture, to check out a class, and I'm excited to see what you've come up with. I hope you have fun with it. That's the main thing. Have fun and try your best.